Hey everybody, Black Ninja 797 here, and welcome back to another episode of Left 4 Dead 2 Myth Busting Mondays. And in today's video for the final myth, we're going to be testing to see if whether or not that if you can ride Spit or Spit all the way from the top of the Last Stand lighthouse all the way down to the rescue boat. We have once before tested this type of myth with both the tank and the charger, and now it is time to test it out with the spitter. So that's what we're going to be testing here at the end of today's video. If you guys have been enjoying today's video, please drop a like, subscribe if you are new. If you also have a myth of your very own that you'd like to be featured in next week's episode, please by all means leave it here in the comment section down below. Or also alternatively, you can leave it in my Discord server, which is going to be linked down below in this video's description. All that being said, guys, I hope you end up enjoying seeing this week's episode of Left 4 Dead 2 Myth Busting Mondays. Myth. Will alarmed cars beep if an infected player in ghost mode jumps near it? Alrighty guys, the first myth is submitted in by John Mayer. Alright, so I'm in ghost mode and I have an alarmed car here, and I'm just going to be jumping in the hood of the car and see if whether or not I can get it to chirp or beep. For this type of myth, normally I would just rely on the annotations of the captions, but unfortunately they don't end up displaying until I spawn in. And it looks like that the car doesn't have any chirp or beep sound effect until I actually attack or damage the car, in this case when I spit. So it looks like that the first myth is busted because, at least specifically in ghost mode, which is what the myth is asking for, it doesn't seem to do anything because technically I don't exist yet. I'm not spawned in. Myth. Will boomer vomits plus a mudman make you go blind? Alrighty guys, the second myth is submitted in by Tacky Roblader. So I've at least got part 1 of this myth. I've got the boomer, and now I'm spawning in all the mudmen, so let's blow up the boomer. Now I'm going to piss off all the mudmen that I spawned in while simultaneously spawning in more, just to see if whether or not this will do anything. And yep, oh my god, holy shit, yes it does, Jesus Christ. Dude, my entire screen is just neon yellow. It's literally just piss and vomit everywhere. So when it comes to myth 2 here, I am absolutely, without a doubt, calling this confirmed, because anybody in the world that says that they can see through that, no, you cannot. Don't lie to me. There's no way you can see through all that neon yellow. You are completely and utterly blind. Myth. Can you juggle gas cans in scavenge mode to stall the overtime clock? Alrighty guys, now this myth is going to be a lot harder than meets the eye, because even though it sounds self-explanatory, the overtime clock is a lot more unforgiving than you might think, because even the slightest mistake and the game will automatically switch over to the next round. Here's an example of where I barely had messed up, and then automatically the next round had started. Now that being said, I'm going to show you guys the best clips that I ended up getting. So this is going to be the first one, and this one, believe it or not, is more rather a glitch than anything, because the overtime clock had just broken here. Because unlike the first clip, when I ended up dropping the gas cans here the second time around, the clock was stuck at 0 for about a solid second, and the round didn't end that time. So even in the subtlest of ways, I'm messing up the clock. Now in this last clip, I'm going to admit, this is very painfully slow and botched, but however though, this showcases the best possible result, and this is also the most authentic of a result, because obviously things are not going to go perfect in a real life game. There is inevitably going to be some human error, so I feel like showing this actually is going to do this myth more justice, because it shows you that this is actually possible, that you can do this in a legitimate game. Now for this particular clip, I am going to fast forward it for your guys' sake, because like I said, this took what felt like an eternity. But even though it did take an eternity, I did manage to successfully, on my own, take at least 2 of the few gas cans I had, bring them over to the generator, and therefore extend the time limit past overtime. So myth 3 is confirmed. You can stall, delay, or even sometimes flat out break the overtime clock in scavenge mode by juggling gas cans. Myth. Can you use shopping carts to block infected from coming into the NSenr grocery store in survival? Alrighty guys, so for myth 4, I'm going to use the gas can trick to end up getting the shopping carts where I need them to go. So once I get them all set up, I'm going to show you guys what the result was. Alright, the shopping carts are in place. I'm going to enable the director and see what happens. So let's see. And the charger unfortunately ended up ruining my plans because he knocked them out of the way immediately. So the myth is unfortunately busted. That didn't even last like what felt like 1 second. My shopping cart barrier immediately got destroyed. That is unfortunate. Alrighty guys, and now it is time for the final myth, the big bad epic myth of today's video, and once again is going to be, can we ride Spit or Spit all the way from the top of the Last Stand lighthouse all the way down to the rescue boat? Let's see. Myth. Can you ride Spit or Spit from the top of the Last Stand lighthouse to the rescue boat? Alrighty guys, so here's the final myth. So let's end up showcasing all the different highlights. So we found out by just simply standing still, not even running, that we can fling all the way down to right in front of the shack. So that is our base and our control. Now that we know what we're working with, here was our second best result. While running on the guardrail here, I was able to frickin' fly literally so high that I hit the sky barrier, and me and Dan couldn't believe what we were seeing. That was an incredible jump from test 1 to test 2. And then finally, for the last clip, here is going to be our best result. This is one of the ones that Dan ended up getting, and this is incredible. Dan launches so far that he, believe it or not, makes it to literally where the boat would have been. Meaning confirmed is the result of the very final myth of today's episode. What an incredible result. I'm so glad that we get to be able to showcase cool things like this instead of something bland or boring, like seeing if Whitaker will react to the fallen survivor, or just something like that. If you know, you know. But yeah, everybody, that is it here for today's video, and I do truly hope you guys ended up enjoying it. If you did, please consider dropping a like, comment, subscribe, follow, and all the beautiful stuff. And if you have a myth of your very own that you would like to have be featured in next week's episode, please by all means leave it here in the comments down below. Or also alternatively, you can leave within my Discord server, which is going to be linked down below in this video's description. As we wrap up the video, guys, just want to mention two quick things. Number one, I have a second YouTube channel now. It is called Black Ninja 797 Extras. And on this channel, I'm going to be uploading and posting additional content that you would normally not see here on my main channel, such as gameplay walkthroughs, funny moments with my friends, and Challenge Accepted, which was a series I used to do here on my main channel where I play games you guys requested me to play. And if you want to check out the second channel, there was going to be a link down below in this video's description. I also want to say thank you and shout out to Epic Games for being my first ever sponsor. I have a supporter creator code with them, and the code is just my name, Black Ninja 797 in all caps. If you guys want to, you can use it in the Fortnite and Epic Games item shops. Anyone that uses my code or has used it before in the past, I tremendously appreciate you. And yeah, guys, all that being said, I hope you end up enjoying seeing another YouTube video from the most unique YouTubers are ever going to see. Thanks for watching, guys. I love all of you, and peace out.
Hey, meme lords, Jesus here, and you better have enjoyed that video there by the eternal god Daddy Ninja. You should probably subscribe too, or the mighty Moab will come for your balls. If you enjoyed the video, you might like it too, and give me the memes. Flash, bang, boom!